3 sisters, 2 brothers, my mother and father still there, yeah.
Well, how's the new deal going? Because after a while, I think one of the problems were that I loved your music, old squares like me, and that really isn't good enough, isn't it? Is it? Was that the idea? That
I wanted to change. I mean, it was very successful. With Lost in France, It's a Heartache. They were really good songs, but then I seemed to... Nothing happened for 3 years, so I decided to change my direction a little bit, and it's certainly been successful.
You got yourself a new producer, didn't you, really? Or guide, as it were?
Yeah, new producers, new record company, new managers, and gone on CBS for 5 years, so I'm ready for another change now. I feel I need to change my direction again after this album. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
But you're more say of what you do now, presumably, have you, than you had hitherto?
I feel more in control of my career, though. I make a lot of decisions myself these days.
What about Band of Girls? Going to do well?
I hope so. I mean, it's getting a good reaction, especially from the clubs and things.
Yeah.
You know?
What about the album? What else is on the album?
Well, we've got 3 Jim Steinman songs, 2 Desmond Child songs.
Jim Steinman is the guy who sort of redirected you, isn't he? Yes.
Well, I asked him if he'd produce me. He didn't approach me. I asked him.
And he said, not on your life, didn't he?
Well, he did in the beginning, actually, something like that. He said, well, you know, he said no. I think he thought we didn't have much in common. But then I sent some demos that I'd made over to him, and that changed his mind. So he said yes, he would like to produce me in the end. And we had a #1 album, #1 single.
He is quality, isn't he? And no question that. He's good news for you.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. And sorry, you were telling me what was on the rest of the album?
Brian Adams, he wrote a song specially for me called No Way to Treat a Lady. That's really good. There's only one old song on the album, that's this one, Band of Gold.
Yeah. What is it about the voice, do you reckon? That lovely
Overwork.
Is it really?
I think so.
Well, your throat gets a real hammering, doesn't it?
Well, I've had nodules on my vocal cords 3 times in my career, and the 3rd time they were so hard that I had to have them scraped off and had an operation. It sounds awful, but it wasn't painful.
But if you lost the voice, I mean, that's very much part of your thing, isn't it, really? It's a very, very individual, distinctive sound.
Thank you, yes.
Thank you, yeah. That's Swansea Valley for you, isn't it?
Oh, yes, and I could never change my accent. People ask me what I like to be in a film, and I say, well, it would have to be about a Welsh rock singer, because I could never get rid of this accent.
A remake of How Green Was My Valley or something like that.
You never know.
She just dropped this marvellous line. You just bought 600 acres of Berkshire. What for?
In Lambourne. Well, with a partner and a friend of ours, Hugh Francis, we've bought 600 acres of land in Lambourne. We're going to build gallops, and we've just bought a tremendous yard, a stable from Paul Cole, and it was a very lucky one for him. He had 700 winners from this stable.
But are you a horse freak? Did you go gambling? Betting?
No, but I don't know a lot about horses, but Brian Smart, who's going to be training from the yard, he knows more than us all put together, so we don't have to know much about horses when Brian's around.
And you have one special horse in that string?
Yeah, we bought a horse last Tuesday. It's called 10 Song.
10 Song?
Yeah, 16 by 2. 16-2. What is it? Hands.
That's right.
And it's chestnut in colour with a little white on his face.
And you're in love with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Hey, we wish you well. Bonnie.